I don't have friends. I got family.
And here we go.
It's the comic book bullies.
Man, you come right out of a comic book.
It's the comic book bullies.
You will bow down before me!
It's the comic book bullies.
Now I am the master.
It's the comic book bullies. It's the comic book bullies. Welcome back to the Comic Book Bullies. Nurse in the Book, me host Leroy, aka Family, with my co-host.
Yeah, this is Eli, aka Boba Fettuccine.
I thought you were gonna do Bubba Gump or something. I don't know.
Bubba Gump.
I don't know. Bubba Sparks. I don't know something.
No, it's my continuing fascination with Star Wars and food analogy.
Oh, so you've been doing a thing. You've been doing a bit. I didn't know you've been doing a bit. Okay.
What was that? Pizza the Hut or Job or what did I say?
I'm not gonna get you for it because you didn't recognize when I did Gilligan's Island. So we're just gonna let it go from there.
Yeah.
Anyway, so after Thursday Howard the Third, I was like, you know what? I give up. I'm done.
I got that reference.
Okay, well, cool. Oh, you got that one. Okay. All right. Yeah. I want to say good morning to Martha Stewart and nobody else but Martha Stewart. Yep, that's right. Eli, we have granny porn on here. Yeah.
Hey, whatever your kink is.
Only reason I posted it because she's like the oldest to ever do sports swimsuit illustrated or some shit like that. But I'm just saying, hey, Snoop been trying to tell you this for years. I don't believe it. So, hey. You know what, Eli? I think I'm retired a bit because I looked at the algorithm last week and the algorithm was like, stop this shit. So, you know what? I'm going to leave it alone.
So, there's a bunch of granny pics on your timeline now?
No. Where'd that come from? No, not like that. What do we got here?
Hey, Jake's in the house.
Cover all kings. We are equal opportunity, Jake. Yes.
Yeah.
No shame given here. Okay, but like I said, let's get to the serious stuff. Okay, we're gonna get to the fun stuff. We're gonna get to the fast and the furious and all this stuff like that. But we got to get to the serious stuff first. We're gonna say rest in peace to Jim Brown. We got to pay our respects. We got to pay our due diligence. Like I said, he passed this week. And yeah, like I said, what do I know about Jim Brown? I'm sorry, I didn't do my research. I know that he is a football player. I know that.
He was in Mars Attacks.
He was in Mars Attack. And he was also in one of my favorite blaxploitation movies of all time, 3 the Hard Way.
Oh, I thought you were going to say Original Gangsters.
I never saw Original Gangsters.
Oh, really?
I need to say that. That's on my bucket list. I'm going to put it on the bucket list. I need to put it on the list.
Great.
I didn't do that.
Pam Grier.
You sold me. That's all you had to say. You should have led with that.
Pam Grier in Original Gangsters.
So, yeah, but you got Jim Brown, you got Jim Kelly, and you got Fred Williamson, the Hammer.
You go.
So, watch it. You haven't seen that said. Eli, do you know anything else about Jim Brown other than that?
He played football. He was in a bunch of action movies in the 80s and 90s and shit. Like Original Gangsters.
Which I didn't see, but that's it. Here you go, Eli. Here's my black card. I'm going to hand you my black card. There you go.
Wasn't he in I'm Gonna Get You, Sucker? Was he in that too?
Everybody was in that. So, yeah. But
isn't he the one who slipped on the bullet or something?
No, that was Huggy Bear.
Was it? No, Huggy Bear was the pimp.
Right, but I think he slipped on a bullet also.
It was like, I think it was either him or Fred Williamson. He was all packed. He had all the guns and the bullets. Like Rambo.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah,
he had all the loaded guns, and he slipped on the bullet, and pop, pop, pop. And all the guns went off.
For those that haven't seen, Not Gonna Get You, Sucker, go watch that. That is basically Black Dynamite before Black Dynamite. So
yeah, it's great. Chris Rock.
All the weigh-ins are in it. All of them.
The classic Chris Rock's best role.
Can I get one rib? All this in there. It's classic. So, but that's all we got. I honestly, I feel like we should be talking like there's more that he did that we don't know. And I kind of feel bad about it.
Yeah, I think he was
Jake, this is as much research as we always do.
Yeah, he was a little bit before my time, but he did show up in stuff that I did watch,
Yeah.
like Mars Attacks and Original Gangster.
Oh, no. I'm saying, like, I think he did, like, stuff, like, outside of movies and football, like civil rights or something.
Yeah,
and I feel like I should know that. But
I think he was retired from football before I was born. And I'm like I said, I'm old already.
So and I barely watch football, so he could play like 2 years ago, and I still wouldn't know who he is. So.
But I heard he was like, I heard a bunch of shit. I heard he was like he was into activism, and him and Muhammad Ali were.
I seen picture of him with Muhammad Ali, so but that's all we got. Sorry, I feel like we should do more, but
good journey, sir.
Yeah, good journey. All right, so anyway, let's move. Oh, since Jake is here, because I just noticed Jake is here. Hi, Jacob. Who? We have a surprise for you because Eli, I don't know if you've been keeping up with Jake's post on Facebook, but he had a request for us. Well, let me see. Before we get there. Yeah, let's see.
He was in the Running Man. Oh, that's right. He was the fire guy in Running Man. That's right.
He was in Any Given Sunday. He wasn't Any Given Sunday. He was the coach. He was not Pacino. He was assistant coach.
I saw that, but I don't think I was watching it. I think it came.
I don't get heart attacks, motherfucker. I give them. Oh yeah. He was awesome in that. Thanks, Jake. Yeah, he was awesome in that. All right, so I think we talked enough about
Pyro. Was that his name? Pyro or something in Running Man? I think I remember that now. Yeah,
because it was kind of like American Gladiators. It was kind of like that, but yeah,
with Arnold Schwarzenegger. Yeah.
Now, for Jake, because Jake wanted us to request a movie, and I said Eli, I was going to throw it to you to watch that movie. I forgot to tell you or ask you to watch the movie, but
didn't do my research. Sorry, what'd you tell me?
You might have watched it.
Okay.
Because I know you just do shit on your part time. So I was like, if Eli's seen it, we'll review it. So
was it Popcorn? Popcorn, the old horror movie from the 90s? Was that the movie?
Sadly, it wasn't.
I watched that.
Good guess. But no, it was a little bit off. No, it was actually no, not Granny Porn.
Granny Porn? Granny
if
porn.
You did watch
Granny
that,
Banger 17.
Don't admit whether or not you watched it or not.
Yes, Jake, I did watch Granny Banger 17.
Take the dishes out. There you go. Oh no, I meant to say White Man Can't Jump with Jack Harlow.
Oh no, sorry.
Damn it, Eli. Sorry, Jake. We're not getting a chance to review it this week.
Sorry. Yeah.
Sorry. We tried. Sorry.
Yeah.
All right, but we will talk about something else. Like I said, it was the box office weekend. We had the big weekend, so I want to bring back an old classic. Eli, give it to me. What was the number one movie of the week?
Too Fast, Too Furious.
Let's see what we got. Or was it a Disney movie? Let's see.
Ain't they a Disney movie now?
Not yet. They will be eventually. So yeah, Fast X did here's the thing, at an underwhelming 67%. Here's the thing. Okay, so you got Fast X, it beat Guardians of the Galaxy, beat Super Mario Brothers. But here's the thing. Okay, so everybody talk about how Jonathan Majors had like 2 back-to-back number 1 movies, but then Chris Pratt did that with Super Mario Brothers and Guardians of the Galaxy. Now Vin Diesel just did that with Guardians of the Galaxy and Fast X.
Yeah, because he's Groot. That's right.
He is Groot.
That's right.
Exactly. So he did the same thing also. But the thing is, if you notice this 67 million, here's the thing. So for like blockbusters, that's actually like underwhelming for blockbusters, for people that don't keep up with it. It's basically like if you're not doing like $100 million weekend and you're a big blockbuster and they put like all this money into you, you kind of didn't do what you're supposed to do. Like other Fast and the Furious movies have done that like back in the 2000s. But the new ones that are coming out like in 2010s and these and the pandemics, they're not hitting like they used to before. So here's the thing. Fast and Furious movies don't hit domestically as big as they do internationally. Fast and Furious movies make the money overseas. Americans don't really fuck with these movies. That's the thing. And they know that. They know that. Because you watch these movies, they pretty much go everywhere except America nowadays. Because it used to be just in Los Angeles. They were just there. That's it. Now they Spain and Rome,
race wars,
Antarctica, and some shit. They really went to Antarctica in this shit. So yeah.
Well, so a bunch of rich assholes didn't get paid. Oh damn.
Yeah, no, they got paid. They still got paid.
Oh, they got their money. Everyone else didn't.
Basically, that's what happened. So yeah, so that's where we're going there right now. Like I said, I was going to do a review of Fast X. Let's go ahead and jump into it because we got a whole bunch of show. and I have notes, and I took these. See, we don't do research on civil rights leaders like we should, but Fast and the Furious, oh yeah, we do our research on that.
Balls deep.
Exactly. So let's go. Sorry, we didn't do Jack Harlow, but we're gonna do Fast and the Furious. So all right. So just
I didn't see this movie either. So
oh, and like I said,
but that don't matter. I'll still review it.
Exactly. Be Gomer. You don't have to watch anything.
The trailer.
Review everything.
I saw the trailer, and I gotta say that the fight.
You've seen the poster.
Yeah. I see that fight scene between Charlize Theron and Michelle Rodriguez. That looked pretty dope.
Now you know that Michelle Rodriguez said they didn't choreograph that.
Really? They
said
didn't
choreograph it, and they didn't have like a person. They just did it.
Oh, they just improv the sparring.
Pretty much. They said that's what they did for that scene. Yeah.
Well, it looked cool from the trailer. It looked cool. I was like, if I watch this movie, that's going to be the best part.
Well, two chicks on each other, so yeah, probably. Yeah, but let's just get to it. So, what do I think about the movie? Now, let me just break down this movie. Like I said, Eli hasn't seen a Fast and Furious movie since 1998 or whenever these movies originally came out, and that's okay. Yeah. That's okay. Like I said, if the last Fast and Furious movie you seen was in 1998, and you try to jump into 2023 and watch these movies, and you see all these motherfuckers just pop up out of nowhere, and you're like, "What the fuck?"
I do remember the Han Solo. I know he died.
Han Solo. he's back now. What? Because he's in the poster. So yeah.
Now, is he like actually dead, or does this movie take place before he died?
That is a good question because that's a good question for people that know the Fast and Furious lore, which Gomer hates for me to say that, but I'm gonna say that I'm gonna make it a thing. The mythology. Exactly. So yes, chronologically, the Fast and the Furious movies are out of order. Like 5 took place before 4, and I'm not gonna get into it. But yes, they did explain that. But no, now the movies are caught up, and Han Solo is in these movies. He's in it. He's back from the dead. They didn't explain it. He's just back.
Oh, they didn't like give him. He's not a robot or something cool like that.
No, he's just back.
Oh, like in the Calvin and Hobbes movie or whatever, where they were making robot. Wasn't one of them a robot? Wasn't Idris Elba like a robot?
Like a cyborg, Black Superman? Yeah, he was a cyborg in that one. So no, they didn't make him a robot. They didn't do.
They didn't travel back in time. They didn't go so fast and furious. They went back in time.
You think so? But that probably would have been a better explanation for what they did.
That should be the next movie. Like that's what they did. Like, what's his name?
Alternate realities and
Vin
shit.
Diesel went so fast he opened up the Speed Force and plucked Han
wormhole
Solo.
And out of everybody
out of the
backfight dinosaurs and so they went back. So no, they didn't explain it. All they did is just say the head CIA guy just said, I faked his death. But I don't know how you faked his death when we saw him get shot, blown up in his car when it flipped over.
Chiba. Wasn't Sonny Chiba in that shit?
Sonny Chiba
in Tokyo
was in part 3. He was in part 3. Matter of fact, he was like one of the main guys in that movie. Yeah, he was like one of the main guys in the movie. So yeah.
The only reason why I watched it.
So you did watch that one. Okay, so you're sort of kind of up to date.
I've seen a few.
Okay. Here's the thing.
My favorite is still the first one, though. The first one. You sandwich crazy? I'll have the tuna. That's the best cinematic scene in history.
I barely remember the scene, but you make it seem like it's, go ahead, make my day. Like it's just, no, Luke, I am your father. You put it on that level. I'm just like, okay. All right. So anyway, let me talk about this movie. Okay. So like I said, these movies have gotten batshit bonkers crazies since like Fast 5. And you know what? Some people have jumped off of it and said, I'm good on that. Some people are like, yeah, give me more of that. I'm on the give me that, give me more of that. Like I said, this is my second favorite franchise, like still going right now. Like it's MCU, this, and it's other shit. Put Harry Potter and whatever all that is. Snyderverse, put all in the same bucket, whatever like that. It's these two and it's everything else. So yeah. So I'm riding with it, and I'm still riding with it. Now I will say this: Fast 9, the last one that came out, in my opinion, and a lot of other people's opinion, was probably the worst one of these movies. I still liked it because it was so batshit crazy. But I will admit it was the worst one that they've made so far. So is this movie better than that movie at least? Yes, this movie is better than that movie. I'll even say this, it's better than the movie before that movie. So it's better than the last two movies. I put it like that, which is it's pretty good. You know,
I think the last one I saw was the one with Ronda Rousey.
that was number 7, I think.
Okay.
Yeah, that was number 7. So yeah.
Yeah, I think that was the last one I saw where she was
Yeah.
fighting. Did she fight Michelle Rodriguez? Because Michelle Rodriguez just fights. Yeah, right. Fights.
That's what she does, right? Michelle Rodriguez fights chicks. That's what they do. So if it's a chick in a movie, Gina Carano, Ronda Rousey.
Was Gina Carano in a movie? One of these movies?
Yeah.
No shit.
Just marathon them one day. But anyway, that's what she does. She just fights chicks. So anyway, now here's the thing is, the best thing about this movie, the number one thing that if you were going to watch this movie, the thing you should go away from. Hold on. Let me see. That is just Jake. That is Jake. Cardi B is in that. Cardi B was in the last one. Now, see, if you know your lore, Jake, the reason Cardi B is in this movie because her cousin was in part 4, who Vin Diesel broke out of jail. So she, honestly, I don't even know. I forgot. But anyway, the best thing about this movie right here is Jason Momoa. The best thing. I didn't know what he was going to do in this movie, how he was going to be in it. Jason Momoa is the main bad guy in this movie, and he completely steals the movie, runs away with it. The best thing about this movie. Now, whatever you think Jason Momoa is doing in this movie or was planning to do, he ain't doing that. He's going a completely different way. So forget what you think you know about Jason Momoa. Jason Momoa in this movie is like psychotic, homicidal, chaotic, flamboyant, possibly gay. I think he did play like a gay role to it. Like with the way he's going after Vin Diesel, you don't know if he wants to kill him and have sex with him. You don't know. Or maybe both.
That's not his brother or some shit?
No, you think so? Okay. Like I said, it's Fast and Furious. So Vin Diesel and the family took down his dad, what's his face dad, back in part 5. Basically, it's like everything's directed to part 5. So he wasn't in Jason Momoa was not in part 5, was not referenced in part 5, never mentioned in part 5, but all of a sudden they show a retcon like blue screen where he's like inserted in the part 5.
He was 12 years old. He was 13.
Yeah, you killed my dad. I want revenge. So he's been basically spending this whole time building his empire to get revenge on him. That's what he does. So that's why he's back now. So now he's back and he's flamboyant. Here's the thing. Jason Momoa is the Joker. He's just the Joker. That's what he is in this movie. He's wearing purple the whole time. He's cacking and laughing the whole time, telling silly ass jokes. He's gay. He's the Joker. That's what he is. So it's just funny anytime he just shows the screen, just saying just crazy ass shit all the time like that. Let's talk about Vin Diesel real quick. Vin Diesel is Vin Diesel in this movie. Like I said, he gets behind the wheel of that car. Then he can beat the Speed Force, Batman's Prep Time, Willpower, the X Gene, Kryptonians, Asgard, whatever. It don't matter. He does any and all things in this movie. He is a superhero in this movie. He does so much crazy shit in this movie. One of my favorite scenes, like the last maybe 2 or 3 movies of this, was that Rome scene where there is a bomb flying down Rome and they have to stop a nuclear bomb from blowing up Rome in a car.
With a car.
With a car. That's what they do. That's the rule. It's like, what the fuck going on like that? Like, and that's the thing I had about these Fast and Furious movies. So, because they always escalate these movies. You started off, they fighting like gangsters and people shit like that. Then they upgrade, they're trying to out James Bond. Now they're trying to out Marvel. Then the last movie, they're trying to out Star Wars. But now they're trying to out video games. This is a straight video game movie because when that whole Rome trying to stop a nuclear bomb shit, it reminded me of this. Sonic the Hedgehog, when he was like running away from like a car and shit like that. It was that. That's all I kept thinking about the whole time in that. So that's the last Sonic the Hedgehog reference I'm making that. But yeah, so those are the 2 good things about it. Like I said, that first intro, the bomb scene in Rome, Jason Momoa, all that awesome. If you're gonna see the movie, those 2 things to look for. Hold on, let me see what we got here. Vin Diesel even played baseball with the bomb. You know what? I say ping pong. I say play ping pong with the bomb. That's another thing about this.
Did he hit it into space or something, or hit it?
He didn't hit it into space. He like ricocheted off of something, bounced back into it, knocked the bomb into the river right before it blew up into the Vatican. It blew up. He had to outrun the nuke after his car got damaged. But it seemed like in between cuts, like his car healed or some shit. So, and he started the engine up and like outran the nuke. It's some stupid shit that happens in this movie, but nobody actually goes into space. So that's one thing. So yeah,
he should have like dropped the bomb into the river or whatever, and then while he was jumping over the river, the bomb blew up, propelled his car
and shot him
across the river so he can make it. And then onto like the roof of a building, and then he could have drove. It'd have been like Dark Knight was driving on the roofs and shit.
Well, not because he also had to get rid of because he had to outrun the police also. So he
and
had
the bomb could have took out the police at the same time.
Well, it did take out some of them, but it was still a few left. So he had to outrun the nuke and the police to get away in his supercharged Charger. But yeah, So that's all the good things about this movie. The bad things about this movie is this. It's too many motherfuckers in this movie. Everybody has their own storyline. Han Solo, Ludacris and Tyrese, those chicks.
Who's that chick at the bottom?
That's Ratcatcher.
I don't know.
From Suicide Squad. Oh, I got to tell you about that plot. That's the dumbest plot in the movie. That's the thing. These movies, this plot is so stupid in these movies that it's funny because Vin Diesel plays so seriously. So the chick at the bottom, okay. The chick at the bottom is Vin Diesel's baby mama's sister that he just met like 2 scenes ago. So Jason Momoa kidnaps her when he found out who she is, but because she's family, Vin Diesel has to like tear apart Brazil to get his baby mama's sister back that he just met. So yeah, and like they send an army after him and he like rips a car door off and like blocks it with the shield when they like shoot machine guns at him and shit. While he protecting his baby mama's little sister, he even does one scene where they're shooting at him, so he pushed over a car and it takes off on its own and like kills some people on its own. I'm like, how does that work? Stupid shit happened, but I like it. But that's the thing, too many people in it, too many storylines in it, which is bad because people were in it that I like. For instance, Brie Larson is in this movie, and here's the thing. She's actually pretty good in this movie. Like when she's on screen, she pops. Like when she's going, like she brings life into the movie when she's there.
She's a good actress. Like I don't know. Well, people don't like her because we know who doesn't like her.
We know who doesn't like her.
Yeah, because the shit she talks shit online, so now everyone's like fuck her. But she's a good actress. She won an Academy Award. Like what the hell?
Right. And I get it in Captain Marvel in the first movie. Like her role was to play like an emotional robot soldier. That was the role in that movie. But like I said, in anything else I've seen her in, like she pops, she has energy, she's fun. And this movie, she's fun. Anytime she shows up, she's fun. Even though they don't give a whole lot of shit to do, she's just there to basically set up the next mission. Let's give Vin Diesel the next mission. You got to do the blah 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 with the blah blah blah. But she's fun when she shows up, So that's a good thing. Who else is in here? John Cena. He was the bad guy in the last one, but like I said, if you see any Fast and Furious movie, anytime it's a bad guy in the last movie, they're the good guy in this one. That's what they do. Okay. So forget anything you know about John Cena.
He just needed a family, and he joined them and shit.
Well, that's his brother. Mad. Yeah,
that's Vin Diesel's brother.
Vin Diesel's brother. Yeah, just go with it. Just so he's there. So while Vin Diesel is like dodging terrorists and shit like that. John Cena has to take Vin Diesel's son, who is basically his nephew, and they like go on this cross country thing like that. And the thing about John Cena is like, forget anything about John Cena in the last movie, like when he was just playing like this mean terrorist, which he sucked at. He's just Peacemaker now. He's just straight up Peacemaker. That's all. They don't care. Just replace them. Just put them in there and just go with it. And you know what? It works. Go with it. The one dude was trying to kill Han is now a good dude. Yeah. The guy that killed him back in part 3, he's part of the family now. Came to the cookout and everything. So yeah. What else we got here? I'm trying to think what else. I think that's pretty much and they all got this weird subplot where Helen Mirren and Vin Diesel have like this kind of sexual tension going on. They did it in the last movie. They do it in this movie too. But I understand. Reason I understand. Not because of granny porn, because in the last 2 movies, Helen Mirren's sons try to like kill Vin Diesel. So it's like that's like the best revenge. I'm gonna fuck your mom if you send your sons after me. So so I get it. I understand.
Helen got her groove back or whatever.
Right. So just make that movie. Damn it, Jake. I was gonna. Okay. Might as well go
Oh
there. Yeah.
man! Oh, now the movie's ruined, man. What am I gonna do now?
I was gonna say it anyway, but it's fine. Yeah. So, but the thing is, The Rock didn't show up. He's after credit scene. So
Okay.
yeah. Oh, because obviously Jake's seen the movie, so I can just say what happened. Because at the end of the movie just ends. That's one thing I liked and hate about the movie. Like, it just ends. Basically, what happens is all the family dies. Like, Jason Momoa kills everybody, and then John Cena, he blows up John Cena, and he blows up the Hoover Dam trying to kill Vin Diesel and his son, but somehow Vin Diesel outruns the blast going down slope. I don't know. Anyway, the movie ends with Jason Momoa saying, "Now time to die." So basically, Vin Diesel's car gets destroyed. So he's dead, and it's just him and his son just on the Hoover Dam that's been destroyed, and Jason Momoa like, "Yeah, time to die," and then the movie just cuts off. That's it, done. I was like, "What?" So yeah, so they're setting up a part 2, 3, 4, 5, whatever.
Part 11.
So, yeah, that's what it goes. So they're basically setting up another part to it. So the movie, and because there's so many people in it, a lot of storylines don't even get wrapped up. Like, they start the storylines, but there's so many people they can't even deal with everybody in this movie. So yeah, so a lot of shit happens in the movie. A lot of moving parts.
Furious and fast.
It's gonna be Furious 11 some kind of way. Furious some shit. So, yeah. Oh yeah, Charlize Theron, who was the bad guy in like the last 3 movies, she's part of the family now. So yeah.
Oh, is she?
Because so yeah,
she's banging somebody, banging Ludacris or something.
No, she probably will. Because like I said, like Michelle Rodriguez, after Michelle Rodriguez whoops her ass, in the trailer that you saw, then she joins the family. So yeah, okay, let's go.
So the Rock, The Rock is gonna, So since he can't do Black Adam no more, he's back.
That's exactly what I was thinking. Okay, Black Adam flop. He picked up the phone. And Vin Diesel, hey, I'm sorry, man.
I'll be in that movie.
Even though he said, "Fuck everybody in this movie. I'm never doing this movie again." He was like, "You know what? Maybe I'll do one more." Oh, that's not even the bad part. Jake didn't even spill the worst thing about it. Gal Gadot is back.
Oh no shit!
And they killed her like 5 movies ago. Like dead. Like they threw her off a plane, and that's just back.
Well, maybe she jumped into her invisible one and flew.
Yeah, now you say it. Yeah, huh, girl? How you gonna say, huh, girl? It's Gal Gadot. We can say, yeah, the girl that does the thing. It's Gal Gadot. Yeah, it was her. So yeah, so she just back for no reason whatsoever. So everybody in these movies that has ever died is back. So, because, yeah. But we're supposed to believe that John Cena died. That's the thing. So that's what we said when like Ludacris and everybody died at the end of these movies. Like, did they though? I mean, we know they're gonna come back. We know they get shot down like that. Even though they were in a plane that blew up, that crashed into the Hoover Dam. They survived that. So yeah. So yeah. Overall, what do I give this movie? I think I ran through everything about this movie. Overall, like I said, this movie is not going to convert you over to the Fast Furious. Not at all. You're either on board or you're not. If you jumped off, good. It's not a movie going to get you back on. This is how I feel about these movies. This movie is an orange. No, this franchise is an orange. If I give you an orange and you just take a bite out of it, you'd be like, what the fuck? This shit is nasty as hell. Of course it is. You didn't take the skin off of it.
Oh.
You thought I was going to say I hate oranges.
I don't like oranges.
I hate everything. No. That's the point I was trying to make. You just bite into it. Yeah, it's going to taste nasty because you didn't take the skin off of it. You got to peel the skin off of it. It's a certain way to eat an orange. It's a certain way to watch these movies. You got to be in the right mind frame. For instance, I'll give you this much. Okay, so Vin Diesel has a son in this movie. His son has the biggest body count out of anybody in this movie. It's weird, and nobody says anything about it. They like, as long as you don't say shit, you will get in trouble, even though he's murdered like everybody in these movies. So my thing is,
who plays his son?
He's like 10 years old or some shit in this movie, like little kid. Yeah. Here's the thing. John Cena is driving in like this tank car, and his son is controlling the tank turret. So when all the bad guys and shit out there are coming at him, the kid is like hitting the button and killing everybody and shit like that. He's like, cool, awesome. I'm like, you are fucking murdering everybody, man. What the fuck? But here's the thing with these movies. You can't let logic fight. You got to fight logic off with these movies. Let it go. Just let it go.
Yes.
Yeah, but in the back of your mind, you're thinking like, this kid just murdered. He's a fucking psychopath already.
Yeah, don't think. Like, I remember Tokyo Drift, like Tokyo, Japan. No shit. Tokyo's in no shit. Oh,
it may
damn.
be Tokyo, Mississippi.
I thought it was Tokyo, California, man. All these movies take place in California.
So you don't know. And so that's my thing. Like I said, Jason. So hit the high points. I'm backing up. Jason Momoa, awesome. The first action scene, awesome. Last action scene was batshit bonkers crazy, but if you can let go of it, awesome. Everything in between, if you can stay on track, is cool. But it's so many moving pieces going around, you're gonna get lost. You're gonna be like, "Oh, he's where? Why did he do this? Where'd he go? Where? Brie Larson tell him to go? Who? Where? You know." So yeah. So, like I said, remember, orange when you go see this movie. So overall, I'm gonna give this movie 3.5 out of 5.
Oh man, it ain't.
I gotta say that because, like I said, I saw Guardians last week. And there's no damn way I'm gonna put this on the same level as Guardians 3. I can't do that. That'd make me look like an asshole. So I'm ranking them where they should be. Like I said, 3.5 out of 5. I feel like that's fair. So yeah.
All right, cool.
So all right. So Eli, you're up. I'm gonna take a drink.
Oh, okay. Oh, should I do it? I guess I gotta do this all myself. Okay.
Yeah.
Ooh, did that. And what do I do now? I go to the background.
Yeah.
Learning on the spot. I'll do
Exactly.
that. Ooh, and then I will do this. So, I didn't watch it, but the Fangoria Chainsaw Awards was on tonight. I guess it aired on Shudder. So, Fangoria Chainsaw Awards. It's like Academy Awards for horror movies.
Didn't you be on Spike TV or something?
That was like the Scream Awards or some shit. Those were cool. I remember. I missed those days. That was pretty cool.
Okay.
I think Fangoria might have had something to do with that too, or was that Rue Morgue or Bloody Disgust? Anyways, I can't remember. But this is Fangoria's. Actually, every magazine or horror website has their Best of the Year award or whatever, their Best of the Year list. But Fangoria does this where fans get to actually vote on the movies. And so
I don't know about that.
Yeah, judging by these winners, yeah.
Did Zack Snyder win anything?
No, not
because usually when fans vote, that's what happens.
Well, he was nominated for the Army of the Dead. Like, when did that come out? A couple years ago? Whenever Army of the Dead came out, that was nominated. I don't know if it won, but judging by these winners, yes. So best wide release movie, I know Barbarian was nominated. I know the new Halloween, a few other flicks. But the best wide release movie was The Black Phone.
Okay. Which you highly praised on here.
I did enjoy it for what it was. I thought it was all right. I think Barbarian was better. I think X was better. I think X was on this list, and I voted for X. Best lead performance was Mia Goth in Pearl, which I do back. Yes.
Which that was on your top 10. So
yeah. X and Pearl, she's like playing a different movie or a different role in every one of these movies. Best screenplay went to The Black Phone. Best director was Jordan Peele for Nope. Which, I did not agree with.
I don't either.
I mean, I know he's trying to say something with his movies. I thought Nope was a little bit pretentious, where it was more about like what the subtext, and then in the end, like the creature, the monster in the sky looked like an origami toilet seat and shit. But it was about stuff. It was deep.
No. Okay, so the monster looked like a camera.
Sure.
That was the whole point.
All right. Yeah. I know he was trying to say a bunch of shit.
Right.
But yeah. I voted for Ty West because X and Pearl, and now he's got Maxine coming out this year. He basically made a trilogy in 2 years, in a year's time. So that's just the effort and those movies are actually really well made. You know, to make 2 really well made movies in the same year, and then the third one's coming out this year. He's got to get some props at least.
Prey won?
Yeah. Huh? What's that?
Prey won?
Yeah, Prey won Best Streaming Movie. It also won Best Costume and Best Creature Effects.
Nice. Okay.
Best Kill. Yes, there's an award for Best Kill. That went to Terrifier 2 for the alley kill, which was brutal as fuck. That was one of the scenes that made me wince. I was like, damn, yeah, he totally fucked her up. And she wasn't even dead after everything he did to her. She wasn't even dead yet. You know, it was a fucked up scene. What else do we have? Yes, Best Streaming Movie was Prey. Best Makeup Effects went to Terrifier 2, Damien Leone. Lauren Laverna from Terrifier 2 won Eyeball Award, the Editor's Eyeball Award. I don't know what that means, but yeah, she should have got something because she was like the coolest final girl of the year. She was in Terrifier. That was pretty cool. Best TV series went to Stranger Things. What else is here? Best limited release movie went to Terrifier 2. Best score, musical score, John Carpenter, Cody Carpenter, and Daniel Davies for the new Halloween movie. So give John Carpenter's props for creating one of the coolest theme songs ever. Prey won Best Costume. Prey won Best Creature Effects. Best international movie was Speak No Evil. I have not seen that. Best cinematography went to Nope. Okay.
It deserved that. It deserved that.
I'll give it that. You know. Yeah. Best first feature, Watcher. I did not see that, and that's about it. Yeah. From what I saw, but yeah, I mean, you know, horror getting its due. I mean, we are in like a horror renaissance. I think horror is back in vogue.
Well, it has to be because movies aren't making the money they have to.
Yeah.
Horror movies are cheaper to make than these big blockbuster Fast and the Furious type movies.
Yeah.
So it's more chance to make your money back.
Yeah, and there's always an audience. I mean, then they might come out in droves like Disney movies, but horror has always had an audience. You know. Yeah,
I wouldn't be surprised if Terrifier 2 made more money profit wise.
Than
Ant-Man 3.
Yeah, because it was made it was a Kickstarter movie.
Right.
It was a fan. Yeah, I have not seen Speak No Evil, Jake. I have not seen that. I heard it was subtitled. That's all I know. But yeah, I mean, it was, you know, these movies are cheap to make, and you know, they fans will come out and see them, support them and stuff. You know, there's horror conventions now. There's one here every year, Crypticon, where it's just horror. Yes, we do have our comic conventions too, but we're starting to see conventions solely dedicated to horror, where horror actors and directors and are the guests. You know, where you can see you can meet Bruce Campbell and what the guys who play Jason or some of these final girls. You can go meet them, and I've met some of them. I met Lance Henriksen. Can you see it right over here? You can't see it. But my Pumpkinhead poster, Lance Henriksen signed my Pumpkinhead poster. So yeah, I mean, just giving horror some props. I figured he just throw it on there. Just Fango is still doing shit, so pretty cool. And that's all I got. The little horror minute.
Nice. Oh no, we're still throwing it back to you. We're gonna talk about your favorite subject, Disney Plus.
Okay.
All right. So, like I said, Disney Plus just announced 2 new shows coming out. Yeah. So we got. Oh yeah, that's right. You didn't watch it. I forgot.
I know. I did watch Loki too. It was What If I didn't finish, and another one I didn't finish.
Yeah, I would say it didn't.
Moon Knight. I didn't finish Moon Knight.
Yeah, it doesn't matter if you didn't watch it. You can still just talk about it.
Okay.
we don't.
Echo. Oh yeah, Echo. They announced Echo.
Yeah, that was saying this is on you. All right. So what do we got to talk about? All right. So we're gonna talk about Loki season 2 and Echo. So for those who don't know, both are dropping this year, 2023. Loki is dropping October 6th, 2023, and Echo is dropping November 29th, 2023.
Thanksgiving weekend.
So you got some weeks. And the funny thing about that is, the shit everybody needs to sign up for it. See, there you go, Jake.
I've had it, and then I get rid of it, and then I get it again when something, Yeah,
That's
they
how
got
you
some
do.
cool
That's
shit.
how everybody should do every streaming service. Don't just pay for shit that you're not watching. If you're not watching Netflix, cancel it. When you get something that we want to get back on, resubmit.
Yeah, I had it and then I dropped it and then because I got it for that Creepshow TV series and then I dropped it, but then the pandemic hit and they offered a 30-day free trial because of the pandemic.
It goes dropping all at once. Yeah, all at once like that. Yeah, I mean, you'd be a fool to pay year round for Apple Plus TV. Hell, fuck. But yeah, that's what we're gonna talk about. So yes, Echo is dropping on Thanksgiving weekend, all at once, all the shows. And people are like, well, yeah, this week is like, hold on. They are not saying that is the model that Disney Plus is going to. They are not saying that. They're saying Echo is dropping all their shows at once. They did not say everything else is dropping at once because Loki looks like it's still dropping episodically weekly.
Yeah, weekly.
So, you like got thoughts on it, or you just want to? Yeah,
they're probably like, yeah, let's get this shit out the way.
My thing is this: when they even started making Echo, I don't know how firmly they knew about Daredevil, like how well they were going to do Daredevil, like what we're going to get Daredevil, what we're going to get it back on the floor. Now that they have Daredevil up and running, it's just like got Echo.
I think they started making the Echo series because Reservation Dogs was getting all the success and we had Rutherford Falls and some native flicks were kind of trendy. So Disney's like, yeah, we need some native shit. And this is their native shit. And Rutherford Falls already been canceled. I don't want to jinx it, but once Reservation Dogs is done, you ain't going to see any natives on screen for a good 10 years. That's how it goes.
Yes, they are taking shows off the app. Willow is going off the app. Let's talk about Willow for a second. We didn't watch it. I don't give a fuck about Willow.
I tried to, but then it froze up, and then I didn't get to watch it.
Well, that sucks.
I was in the middle of watching the first episode, and then it just froze.
My thing is that people keep saying, yeah, I want to watch Willow. I'm going to get to watch it. Well, you better hurry and watch it this week, because after that, that's it. You ain't watching that shit again. Because nobody watched that shit. No one give a fuck about Willow. Everybody needs to stop pretending like you give a fuck about Willow. No one cares. So, and I don't give a fuck how woke it was, whatever it was. No, nobody gave a fuck regardless what they did. So, that being said, what do we got? Yeah, moving on past that. All right, let's move on to the Vidja Game section. All right. Sorry, Eli, I still didn't play Street Fighter 6. I was going to, didn't, whatever. I think the open beta is out right now, or it comes out next week. Maybe I'll jump into it, show some matches of me doing something in. Only if I win. I'm deleting the ones I lose. But yeah. But they announced a new Mortal Kombat. And the Mortal Kombat they announced was Mortal Kombat 1. So they are rebooting the franchise. They're basically redoing the first game with all the fancy ass graphics and shit like that. So Shang Tsung's back and all the original people's like that. So I can't show the whole thing because that trailer gets crazy after a while, and I don't want to get this video just snatched down after that shit. So yeah, let's see. Please send me you've seen the trailer for Killer Moon.
Yeah, I did see it. I did see it.
And of course, Jake, he sounds excited about it, so it must be awesome.
I feel I'm a little indifferent to that movie. You know, I think it's another native sob story, and I'm getting tired of those. You know what I mean?
One of those. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I know it's
like I get sick of black trauma movies. So,
yeah, I know it's an important part of history, and I feel yes, we need to tell these stories, and people need to be aware of American history. But yeah, I'm a little indifferent, and I know how Martin Scorsese is. I know his.
Oh, he's making this.
Yeah, I know his violence can be very brutal.
I'm waiting for your review. I'm waiting for your review on this then.
Martin Scorsese does violence. It's brutal as fuck.
Yeah.
So
yeah, Mortal Kombat 2. No, not Mortal Kombat 2. Mortal Kombat 1. Oh, Mortal Kombat 2, the movie. Yeah, I wouldn't pay attention to that, but yeah. So yeah, they announced Mortal Kombat 1 is gonna be a remake of the same game that they came back in the 90s. I guess. I didn't give a fuck. I wanted them to make Injustice 3. That's all I wanted. Give me Injustice 3. They didn't announce it. I don't care about Mortal Kombat. Never cared about Mortal Kombat. Cared about Mortal Kombat maybe it was like in the 90s. But as far as now, not really. So they didn't give me Injustice 3. Oh, well, they blew their load on me. So, well, they didn't blow their load on me. I think I fucked up that phrase, but whatever. What do we got next? All right. Move next part of the podcast.
All right.
Okay, yeah. Like I said, it's comic book bullies. We're talking about comic books, and we're gonna jump into it. Eli, I'm gonna let you go first because I know you got some good books this week.
Okay. Yeah, I'll go. Let's see. Start out with Titans #1.
Titans. So yeah,
Tom Taylor, y'all.
that's our guy. This is
I
supposed
guess
to be the book of the week already. That's what I'm hearing.
Yeah, I mean, I did not read any of the Dark Crisis shit, so all I know is the Justice League isn't around anymore or disbanded. So the Titans have taken over. The Titans are the new heroes on the block. So this issue is just basically them kind of moving back into Titans Tower. But at the beginning of the book, Wally gets shot. Someone shot Kid Flash, which is like, how the fuck you do that?
He didn't see that shit coming?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Who the fuck shot Kid Flash?
And plus, he has a healing factor. So even if he did get shot, it's like...
Yeah, like it's Kid Flash. He's faster than he can outrun bullets. He can dodge bullets. He can phase through bullets.
He can catch bullets.
Yeah. How the hell that happen?
Right.
So that's the beginning of the book, but then we go through kind of checking in on all the characters. I guess Raven and Beast Boy are a couple now.
That's been a thing. Yeah.
And I didn't know that. I haven't read a Teen Titans book since I think Benjamin Percy. Yeah. Back in Dark Knight's Metal shit.
I read all of the Marv Wolfman Joe Perez run. I'm sorry, George Perez run. I mean, George Perez,
okay.
not Joe. Who the fuck is
I
George?
read some of that shit. The Judas contract.
Judas Priest. Yeah. I think I said it wrong, but yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, so they're a thing. I guess Beast Boy is still traumatized after being, I guess, shot by Deathstroke or whatever.
He's still wearing an eye patch or whatever?
No, I don't believe so.
Okay.
Nightwing and Wonder Girl are trying to recruit Aqualad, but Aqualad's like, nah, man, I got a whole ocean to protect. You go protect the 25% of land that's on this planet.
He's gonna be an asshole. Okay.
Yeah. What else happened? Cyborg is in there too. I can't remember. Anyways, they're about to move in. They're all going into the Titans Tower, but right before they go in there, they get called on a job. They got to go save this nuclear power plant that's being attacked by the giant gorilla robot. What the fuck's his name again?
Brain. Brain?
No.
Brain.
Titano or whatever.
Titano. Okay.
He's a giant gorilla robot, I guess.
There's a ton of them in DC, so yeah.
Yeah. Beast Boy turns into a giant alien monster that he saw on Raven's planet. So it's like, oh, I remember that monster from Raven's home planet or whatever. So I'm gonna turn into that. So we get this kaiju battle. This big giant alien monster, that a Beast Boy version of an alien monster, and the giant gorilla. And they're fighting at the nuclear power plant. Everyone, all the other Titans, Wonder Girl, everybody, Raven, she's magically portaling people out of the area. It's before the plant melts down and shit. They're all saving everybody. And then Peacemaker shows up. The American military shows up. They're like, hey,
I've seen this meme. It's already all over the place.
Yeah, Peacemaker's there. Like, hey, we're here to recruit the Teen Titans. We're here to recruit you. And the Teen Dick is like, no, man, we don't work for anybody. We work for ourselves. So don't you want to, fight for your country and all that shit? So it was a pretty cool conversation, and they're like, no, I don't even who was it? Raven or someone's like, I'm not even from here. I'm, Starfire's like, I'm not even from this planet. It's like heroes shouldn't have a national agenda.
Yeah, Wonder Girl's like, I'm from Themyscira. I'm not even from here. So
yeah. There's heroes shouldn't have a national agenda. It was a pretty cool conversation, and of course, Peacemaker gets on the phone and it's Waller. They're not joining or whatever. So they decide to go. The Teen Titans go back to Teen Titans Tower. They're not teens anymore. They go back to Titan Tower, and that's where they find Flash, Kid Flash, all bloody, like, holy shit, he's been shot. and then it says next Brother Blood. It's like, okay, so Brother Blood's gonna show up, I guess. Next issue. That's where it ended. So pretty cool. I mean, I enjoyed it for what it was. I thought the kaiju battle was cool, and it was a nice brisky, you know, introduction and shit, you know, to like this team and, you know, this status quo, and, you know, yeah, I thought it was pretty cool. Art was cool, and here's the Jim Lee variant cover.
I see that, yeah.
So yeah, I'll give it a 4 out of 5. I enjoyed this.
Okay, like I said, we know Tom Taylor's going to bring it with every book, so yeah.
Yeah,
all right.
And even though I'm not like deep in the Teen Titans. Like I tried watching the show, but you know,
I mean, I didn't really get into the show either. I just read that.
I haven't read any Teen Titans in a while. I have read some of that old, you know, George Perez run, and you know when Robin stops being Robin and becomes Nightwing and all that. I remember I read all that. I was with Deathstroke the Terminator. You know?
Oh yeah. He would. Oh shit, my bad. Yeah. Get out of here. Yeah. Deathstroke was beating their ass in those old comics. It's like by himself.
It was all like his kid, the mute kid and shit. And
he was part of it. Jericho and
Jericho, that was his name. Yeah. And his Ravager and all that. But I guess that was that.
They'll probably show up in this run too eventually down the road. So yeah.
But this was still fun. So.
Cool. All right, so the next book I'm going to do is a DC book, but it is like they're trying something different. We're going to see what they go with that one. It's called The Vigil.
I read this.
You read this. Cool. Okay.
And it was for free on DC.
I was going to say, please do not buy this. So for anybody that wants to read The Vigil, if you have DC Universe, it is on DC Universe right now for free. You can read it. You know, with
if you're a subscriber to DC,
right?
Then yes, it comes with the subscription.
Yeah, so that's what's going on right now. So so we read this book. It is a DC book, but it's a new book. Number one, new characters, never seen it before. You could just stop. I mean, you start what you're doing right now, and just that's it. It's more like South Asian representation in this kind of.
Yeah, there was a couple characters from India and
like Mumbai or something like that. So so they're from that location. So that's what it's about. So these are all new characters, all new plot. You don't have to know anything, just jump into it. That's it. So let's get into it. So book starts off with this one part I like right here. Like I said, it's pretty simple. You got a ship that is getting bombarded by pirates. So not superpower pirates. Just pirates. That's it. They board the ship, take over everything, and that's it. Meanwhile, we cut to it. Pass that shit. Don't care. You got these two people talking right here. This guy's talking to this chick right here. They're both spies. The guy's out. He's like, I'm done. I don't want to do this spy shit no more. You take over. I just want to go somewhere and take a shit in peace without having people shooting at me and shit like that for no reason. So you have that. So you report to Mr. Lightless right now. He's like, okay, that's fine. And that's it. So she get her dossier. Reads the dossier, and she reads her new team, and that's it. Meanwhile, we cut to the NIA, the National Investigation Agency, and this is like some secret place. And this guy named Dr. Sankaran, I might be screwing his name up, but that's it. And it basically like the generals would have like that are just grilling him right now because he was supposed to produce them superhumans, and he hasn't produced not one yet. And they're like, how have you not produced a superhuman? The Americans can crank out a superhuman every other week. They got people with kite powers over there right now. And you got the one guy on the left like, hell yeah. That's my favorite panel right there. For those that don't know, that is a Kite Man reference. But, if anybody watched Harley Quinn. So they were like, so why haven't you produced any metahumans for me? He was like, well, the data's not right. I got some people that might work out, but we got to wait to see that. They're like, you know what? Get the fuck out. So they let him go. They basically say, we're going to shut your whole department down. You don't work for us anymore. So he leaves. And that's it. Meanwhile, he gets a call from that same chick. And he's just like, okay, so you're his other guy's replacement. Okay, let's go. I'm going to show you what I've been working on. And he was like, well, why haven't you produced any superhumans? He was like, who says I didn't? I told them I didn't produce any superhumans. So they go to it. And these are the superhumans that he produced. and they're going to jump on the ship after the pirates, and they call themselves the Vigil. Damn. So it's like some kind of super spy shit going on right now, and the base like this, So, and that's Major Khan, who I almost want to think. I think he might be a DC person. Like I don't think he's new. He might have been around a while. But anyway, they're boarding the ship, doing the whole Winter Soldier thing right there. They're just watching, and they're taking over the ship. Meanwhile, the one guy kills that guy, puts his mask over his face, and steals his face, rips his face.
It copied his. I thought it copied it or something.
Well, yeah, it copied his face. So now he looks like him. Discards of his body, just moves on. So now he's out of there. Meanwhile,
that's so funny because I watched that movie Popcorn the other night from like the early '90s. It's like '90s horror flick, and that's what the killer was doing. He was like killing people and then taking their faces, like making molds of the victims' faces, and then disguising, like walking around with their faces on and shit.
Taking their face.
That's weird. Then this book, wow, Kawinky did.
Synergy.
Yeah.
They knew you was watching Popcorn. So all right. So anyway, this chick here just takes apart everybody's gun. Like I said, that manga influence, it's there. You can see it. She takes out everybody, and then she goes to the room. Oh, her name is what's her name? Reflex? Dodge? That's her name. Dodge.
Oh yeah, Dodge, yeah.
Yeah. So she moving so fast that the camera footage they're looking at can't even see her footage. It's moving so fast, like she's just standing still. So she goes in the room, sees the hostages, and they're like, if you come any closer to me, we're going to kill all the hostages. And then the guy next to him like, no, you won't, because the guy next to him is the other guy, and his name, I forgot. Saya. That's his name. Saya, whatever. Something so, yeah. So, and he pulls a gun on him, shoots him because he didn't know he was there. And he ends up shooting everybody else in the room also that were bad guys too. So the hostages are safe. But they're not here for the hostages. That's just a diversion. What they're really here for is like some LexCorp equipment, which they teleport out of there. And yeah. And then meanwhile, Major Khan is just like saying, she's like, so what do you do, Major Khan? He was like, well, wait till you find out. We don't see what he does, but that's it. Meanwhile, we cut to some beach house in wherever this place is. It gets shot up. And who is it? The same guy at the beginning that said he wanted to take a shit in peace got shot while he was taking a shit. So, yeah. And they asked him questions about his boss, Mr. Lightless. To be continued. Dun, dun, dun. So that's it. So, yeah, written by Ram V. Easy breezy book. Get in, get out. You don't have to know anything about it. You just go in and just read it. It was some fun superhero spy shit. Could you tell this same story with Suicide Squad? Sure, you could. But they want to do it with this. So, yeah. Who did the artwork for this? I don't.
Ram V? Oh no, Ram V wrote it.
Ram V wrote it. So I don't know. I don't know who did the artwork, but it's somebody. I'm not.
It was pretty solid. I mean, this art.
It was a pretty solid story. I mean, it's Ram V. Ram V is solid. So you're gonna get a solid story from him. So yeah. So that's all I got with that. So what do you got for there?
Well, I will do Danny Ketch, Ghost Rider #1.
Cool. Put that on there.
So this is a throwback book. Written by Howard Mackey, the creator of Danny Ketch, and probably the writer of the best Ghost Rider run.
Danny Ketch is everybody's favorite Ghost Rider. You just don't know it.
Yeah. But this story, it's the one of the, it's a throwback book. It takes place back in the 90s. So this is the early days.
And he's got the crotch rocket.
He's got
the Kawasaki,
the old school bike that he had. It's his girlfriend Stacy is a rookie cop. So this is like in the beginning of the Danny Ketch era, where he first became the Ghost Rider. He's still figuring out the powers and what to do. So there's this weird villain named the Broker, and he's giving like gangsters and street gangs powers, and there's like a gang war, but all the gangs have these like superpowers. They're like turning into monsters and shit. Like, so Danny's going around, trying to fight that. Johnny Blaze shows up. 90s Johnny Blaze shows up. You know,
Okay.
where when he was a biker,
Ponytail and
ponytail, the shotgun that shot Hellfire, his big giant chopper and shit. And they team up and they go and fight. Yeah, there's like a mobster there's a gang war going on, and a couple of gangsters were like two-headed monster giants and shit and fighting on the streets and tearing shit up. And then they show up, Ghost Rider does a penance stare, fucks them up, but then the broker comes along and says, hey, you failed us, so you're going to take me, I'm going to take you back to my boss. So this broker character goes through some portal, takes him back to some fat demon guy who's basically says, oh, I'm going to eat these guys now. So it's characters. At least I don't remember if they showed up before. I don't remember these
they
like
don't sound
villains.
familiar to me. So
Yeah, the broker and this big fat demon dude who eats people. But Stacy's back. They're Danny Ketch's girlfriend. She's a cop. The mom shows up. Yeah, of course, Johnny Blaze shows up. Then we get a little bit of an origin. Like there's a little bit of a flashback of Danny remembering when he became Ghost Rider in Cypress Hill Cemetery and finding that medallion on
blood of the innocent.
Yeah, the medallion on the motorcycle that changed him that gave him the spirit of vengeance. We get a bit of that, but the medallion was broken. Like it was in pieces, and the caretaker is like, "Oh, there's a sliver missing." And another demon, somebody, I don't know who, it didn't reveal, got a piece of that medallion. So yeah, that's where it said to be continued. But this was just, if you're a fan of that Howard Mackie run back in the 90s, this is basically just that. It's more of the same. It's that same style of writing where Danny's got that over melodramatic, dialogue of, I have
Spill
come,
the blood of the innocent,
seeking vengeance, and yes, the blood of the innocents. Behold my penance. That early '90s shit. And yeah, so it was a lot of fun. I enjoyed it. For those who don't know, Danny Ketch is the Ghost Rider with all the cool powers. I mean, that Howard Mackey's run, that was that urban fantasy. This is what we know of. Like the Blade movies, that creepy urban fantasy realm,
right?
Of the Blade movies, of the Matrix.
And he was
movies.
Hunting serial killers and shit, like all the child murderers. He was fucking them up.
Like like the Matrix movies, or like the Underworld movies, or
and the craziest thing, like the first bad guy I think he fought, like named Scarecrow, and he like penance stared him, and he was like, "Fool, I don't
like
feel anything for all the people I killed." They didn't even work on him. He was just like.
Yeah, I mean, it was like one of the prototypes of urban fantasy, even predating Batman the Animated Series, that like dark urban fantasy realm.
Noir.
Yeah, gothic city realm where monsters and demons are fighting each other in the city, this dark cityscape, and that was from Howard Mackey's run, because Johnny Blaze is a fucking hillbilly. He even shows up in the book. He's like, "Oh, I came to visit my favorite city folk." He's a fucking hick. He's a country. He traveled with the circus. That's what Johnny Blaze did. He was a stunt rider for the carnival. He was a carny.
Right. He was a daredevil. Yeah.
Yeah. He was a carny. He traveled with a traveling carnival. That's what Johnny Blaze was. He was this hillbilly. Danny Ketch was from New York, Brooklyn, Cypress Hill Cemetery. It was like that urban street level, fantasy. That's what I dug about it, like basically what the Blade movies became, So yeah, I dug on this. This was a lot of fun because I remember that this was one of my favorite comics of all time back then. And then, so I'll give this a 4 out of 5. I thought this was cool. This might be my book of the week. The art was dope. It was just a throwback, people kind of slept on the Danny Ketch run because of Spawn. Image came out, and the Image took over.
This came out before Spawn, if I remember.
Yeah, like maybe a year, like a year.
Yeah, but it was, I think it was like right before Spawn, though. Yeah.
Yeah, but like that, the Midnight Suns happened like at the same time. That was like the big event.
That was about the same time. Yeah.
Yeah, that's when Spawn and all that Image shit dropped. That's when they released the Spirits of Vengeance, and so there was a competition. Because Marvel was putting out the glow in the dark covers and the 3D venticular hologram covers and shit. But yeah, I dug on this. 4 out of 5. I thought it was cool. And I'm also
because even when Spawn started doing all those chains and shit, and I was reading, I was like, that shit like Ghost Rider.
Yeah.
And I remember Ghost Rider came first. So
yeah. Ghost Rider with the chains and the crotch rocket and this was a lot of fun. I dug on this.
So okay. So next book I'm going to do is Superman number 4, not Superman 4. Superman number 4. Yeah. So like I said, this is still in that. Basically, still doing that buddy cop team up with, Superman. Where's it? Yeah, right there. And this is the story of the Kryptonian Claw, and we'll find out what that means. So yeah, where is it? Right here. So basically, like I said, we wrapped up the last storyline where he was basically fighting Parasite and some other people. So now he's fighting whole new people in this one. Basically, Silver Banshee's the bad guy in this one. So let's just get to it, see what we got. All right, so. It is a normal, every regular day in Metropolis. Pop-Tarts are popping up in the ground. It's morning. You got Silver Banshee in her normal form. She's just regular. And she's like, babe, time to wake up. Get your turtle ass out of bed. Lois going to be pissed off again. So somebody's in the bed. We don't know who it is. If you were a savvy enough Superman fan, they have laid enough clues just in this dialogue alone to tell you who it is. But that's not important right now. So anyway, she's getting Pop-Tarts. Somebody's knocking on the door. She goes to the door. She's thinking it's Lois, but it's not. It is Dr. Farm and the Farm Hands. Now, it took me 2 times to read this to realize that these guys have heads of peels.
I was wondering. I thought it was like Red Hood for like they were like kind of like Red Hoods.
No, they're peels. Yeah.
Yeah. Then they're like, no, those are like horizontal. I'm like, what the fuck are they?
Yeah, so they call them the Farm Hands. So it says it's Dr. Farm. So anyway, so what is the Kryptonian Claw? So this is the Kryptonian Claw. He's not, that's Dr. Farm, but he has the Kryptonian Claw. So what he did right before Silver Banshee can Silver Banshee out and attack him, he has manipulated kryptonite into a way that not only does it work on Kryptonians, it works on regular metahumans also now. Because he's manipulated to make it work like that. So it takes her powers out. So he's like, oh shit. So nobody knew kryptonite could do that. That has not been a thing before. That is a thing now that he just created in these comics. So yeah. So now he takes Silver Banshee and he's like, look, you work for me now. Do what I say, or everyone you love dies. So whoever in that back room is going to die if they don't do what Dr. Farm says. So we cut to Lex Luthor. He is in Stryker's Island just by himself, just being lonely. And you got these 2 other inmates arguing about who's like which prison is tougher, Stryker Island or Blackgate. And they're like, well, obviously Blackgate is tougher because Stryker's Island nothing but Superman enemies. Because Superman's a pussy. I mean, because he wanted to, he could have just took over the planet, but no, he wants to help people. And Lex Luthor just kind of like minds his business, but he kind of listening, but not listening. He like, who could kick Superman's ass if they really wanted to? And Lex Luthor kind of like leaning in. He like, Batman. Batman could beat the shit out of Superman if he wanted to. Think about it. And Lex Luthor kind of like take an acorn, like start peeling it off while he listens. Look, he dressed in black, got all this money, and I got 2 words for you. Catwoman. So of course Batman's better. So he flicks the acorn as they do while he's laughing, calling how Superman, sucks and all this shit like that. And he makes him swallow acorn. And Superman's like, you could have killed that guy, right? He had peanut allergies.
Just like what was that Daredevil movie?
No. Daredevil, Bullseye did this shit. Yeah. Yeah. So he's just like, that guy had peanut allergies. He was like, yes, I knew that. That's why I hit him with an acorn because they don't have allergies. He was like, well, what you think? They're going to let me out of here anytime soon? They're not going to let me out of here. All that matters is you and me working together. That's all that matters. Because think of all the stuff we've done. So I'm going to just blow up this picture. So they've been busy. They've done all of this, gone from planet to planet, and apparently Lex Luthor has been helping him. He's like, you wouldn't be able to do that without me. You're like, yeah, that's cool, but you're still not telling me what happened to Parasite those last issues. Why did he go crazy? And who is Dr. Farman Graff? And how are they your enemies? And I've never heard of them. He was like, you're not ready for me to tell you that. So finally, Lucha's like, oh, fine, I'll tell you what happened. And so now we get a origin story of Lex Luthor. Maybe. Could be. We don't know. So when Lex Luthor first got to Metropolis, he goes there, he looks around, and he basically finds out that all the homeless people are coming up missing. So now this is before Superman, before any superheroes, really. This is just Lex Luthor just in Metropolis when he was young. And he finally tracks down what happened to all the homeless people. The police aren't doing anything about it. So he's like, I'm going to just do it myself. So he finds out where Dr. Farmer's doing. He found out he's luring the homeless people to underground. And that's when Lex Luthor's like, okay, that's enough of that. So now Lex Luthor basically has his own superhero costume, meaning Lex Luthor is Metropolis' first superhero, not Superman. And Dr. Farm is like, farm hands, get him. So Lex Luthor like throws his Lex Luthor bullshit at him and takes them out super quick.
Lex Luthor bullshit.
I made that a thing.
Luther
balls. That sounds better than Lex Luthor bullshit, I guess. So, yeah. So he finds the homeless people, frees them while Dr. Farm and Graf gets away, while the people are like, thank you, Lex, thank you, you're a hero. And he like, see, I was the Metropolis greatest hero before there was a hero. And Superman like, bullshit, you made that up. He like, no, I'm not lying. So Superman uses his superpowers to tell if Lex Luthor's lying. But the thing is, all he can tell is that Lex Luthor believes the shit he's saying. That's all he knows. So he can't tell if he's lying or not. So he's like, so what are you doing? So how about this? Help me out, Lex. Where did you first fight them? So he tells him their first lab where they went to, knowing they're not there, but at least it's a clue of where they went to. So they've been gone a long time since then, because so Superman goes in there, sees the lab been torn up, stuff like that. So, but he finds something. He finds designs for a Phantom Zone projector, Kryptonian tech. So like, hold up, Lex. If you fought these guys before I was even a thing in Metropolis, why do they have designs for Kryptonian tech? And that's when he like, it's a trap. Get out of there. And that's when Silver Banshee is like, oh yeah, they used it on me, Superman. So we got to fight. They're like, no, Silver Banshee, I know you're trying to be a good person. We can't do this right now. And she's like, no, I have no choice. They're going to kill those who I love. And so they fight. Meanwhile, we get Jimmy Olsen and Lois Lane, their top side. And Lois Lane is asking Jimmy about Marilyn Moonlight, that chick that they met in issue 2. And the thing about Jimmy Olsen, if you read Jimmy Olsen's solo series, which, yeah, I read it. Apparently, yeah, his family is like one of the oldest families in Metropolis. So his family been there longer than the Luthors. So basically, he knows about Marilyn because it's like a nursery rhyme his dad used to tell him. So it goes all the way back to like the old Wild Wild West. And before he can even tell him about Marilyn Moonlight, boom, Silver Banshee and Superman crack through the building because their fight breaks through the top side. And that's when they keep fighting. Superman is like doing enough heat vision to like go through her chest to stop her from breathing so she can't scream at him anymore, So while the buildings across about to kill everybody, Superman grabs all the buildings, crack them over here, stuff like that. And Superman like, look, Silver Banshee, I know you're having issues right now. Stand down before I beat your ass, And that's when Jimmy Olsen's like, stop, Superman. And Jimmy like, no, Jimmy, I got this. Don't worry about this. Like, no, you can't hurt her. I love her. And they're like, what? So the next issue, I fell in love with the supervillain. So the reason I said that though the first page laid the breadcrumbs for who was in the bed. So basically Jimmy Olsen was in the bed with her, but that's when she said, get your turtle ass out of bed, because Jimmy Olsen turned into a turtle back in the Silver Age. It's a famous story, so. Oh, okay. You just have to know that. If you know that, okay, Jimmy Olsen. So before I even got to this part, I knew Jimmy Olsen was in the bed. So yeah. Right. So
you got the reference.
I got the rest. Before I even know it, I was like, Jimmy Olsen is there. That's what because Jimmy Olsen does shit like this. Fall in love with supervillains, gorillas, shit like that. That's what he does. So yeah. The awesome is art. Jamal Campbell, awesome. He did the artwork on Naomi. We reviewed that one. So yeah. So overall, strong story. I give it a 4 out of 5. It moved easy breezy,
No, I thought it was cool. No, I've been digging like this Superman, like this and the John Kent book. I kind of fell off the action.
Action has a lot of stuff going on.
Yeah, and I'm not that
because that is about the family. That's about
I'm not. That's the thing is I'm not deep into the Superman mythos to like know who all these motherfuckers are. You know what I mean?
Super Dog and Super
Yeah,
Fish.
so
and
that's kind of why I fell off it. But I'm digging this book. I'm digging the John Kent book. So yeah.
Cool. Okay.
The next book I will do is Earthdivers number 7. So this is a new story arc.
Nice, okay.
Indigenous horror writer, Stephen Graham Jones. He's also done some comics. He also, another shameless plug, he has a werewolf story in that werewolf comic book anthology that I got a story in. Shameless plug. A Howl. Check it out. Red Planet Books. Tribe Called Geek. Check it out.
Nice.
Anyways, this is his creator-owned series. He also wrote books for Marvel on the Native American Heritage Month book. He's got some stories in those. But this is on IDW. This is the first arc was about like 100 years into the future. Most humans left planet Earth because it was no longer habitable. But only ones left are basically the natives on Earth, because that's what we do. We believe in Earth. That's Mother Earth. We just take care of this stuff. That's what we're here. They discover a cave that's like a time portal, and a guy goes back in time to 1492 to kill Columbus. He does kill Columbus, but that didn't change history. They're trying to like save the world. Basically, the downfall of the environment and Earth was all caused by the colonization of Americas. That was their belief. So killing Columbus would basically essentially save the planet. It didn't happen though. He killed Columbus, but all the rest of his crew end up killing that guy and then sent over armies across the Atlantic, and America was still colonized. So nothing changed. History was not changed. So this is a new story arc. Same environment. It's 100 years into the future. A native family is living in the desert. They discover the cave. I think her children go through the cave. So she goes to try and find them, and she winds up in the Ice Age. So woolly mammoths and shit. And she discovers an indigenous tribe in, probably around the eastern part of the United States. And then, what are they called again? The Ceruleans? This is the theory now. The Ceruleans were like around France. They were like early humans around France. And there's they have found like weaponry and that around the Chesapeake Bay area, like North Carolina and Virginia and shit.
Yeah.
That matched the same weaponry that was in France around in the same time. So basically they're saying that these people actually came over to, this continent way before the Vikings and all, what they're finding out,
Is that a real thing? Or?
It's a theory. Yes. They found archaeology has found that. So, and so they come over and they're basically the invaders again, and they're warring with the indigenous tribes that were already here. So this woman is basically looking for her kids, but she discovers, I'm in the Ice Age, and she actually studied the Ice Age and has, knowledge of the Ice Age. And she starts, helping the indigenous tribe, and warning them that, these the Ceruleans or whatever what they were called, they're basically new invaders. the first colonizers of this country,
the first invaders.
Yeah, there's like a great line. It's like, what the hell? I guess it's just a white thing. They just got to come over here and start taking everything, even in the Ice Age and stuff. So it's pretty cool. What I like about it is it challenges the Bering Strait theory, which keeps every year it keeps. For a while now, the Bering Strait theory basically keeps being debunked. What we all learned in school.
Together and then they spread apart, and
the natives migrated from Asia across the Bering Strait, which is in Alaska. From Asia, there's that Bering Strait. The tip of Asia and Alaska. There's like
because at the time it actually was like
ice.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's like what we were all taught in schools. It keeps getting debunked. You know, we've had discoveries, archaeological discoveries that basically say no, there was people here way before 13,000 years or whenever that was. They say it take place. You know, they found like what, a few years ago they found remains of a girl down in South America in a cave that predates, you know, the Bering Strait by a good 5,000-10,000 years. So, and the Bering Strait theory was always just a whitewashing and erasure of Native history. That's all it was. It was like, oh, well, it was just an excuse for colonization and genocide. It was just to justify genocide. That's all the Bering Strait theory was. It's like, oh, well, you all weren't here in the first place anyway, so it's a free for all. You know,
Right.
That's what they've been saying. That's what they keep trying to do. That's like so important to, you know, non-native historians of laying claim to these continents by saying, oh, well, there was no people here at first. You guys you weren't here first either. You know, so you came and took this land. So we came and took it. Like I said, it's just a way to justify genocide. But the only thing that matters, and this is what pisses everybody off, and I don't give a fuck. The only thing that matters is the language and the culture started here. That's all that matters. We have thousands of tribes with different languages, different cultures on these two continents, North and South America, that predate motherfuckers are whistling Dixie or doing the do-si-do or whatever the bullshit they try to say. Oh, we came here and took over, blah, 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 blah. No. Language and culture started here for hundreds of tribes, and that's all that matters. So, yeah, we were here first. Bottom line. That's all, you know. Spin your bullshit all you want. Now science is now debunking all the bullshit. You know,
Right.
So that's what I like about this book is it's like challenging the bullshit that we were taught in school, which is just, again, erasing Native history. So I give it a 4 out of 5. It's like I said, it's a new story arc. So I'm digging on it. We'll see where this goes.
Cool.
And that's the thing. It's like, as people of color, I think we have to be responsible enough to like know our history and know where we come from.
You do, yeah, we do,
Yeah,
because otherwise, if we just get fed whatever, you know,
I mean, knowledge
propaganda that they try to tell us.
Yeah, knowledge is power. Knowledge is the weapon now. You got to know the truth, where you come from, because they're gonna try. That's what they did. There was no battle. The West wasn't won, quote unquote, won. There was no war. They, over hundreds of years of genocide and slavery, erased our identity and our history and our culture. That's what it was. It was no war and you guys kicked our asses or whatever. You know, no. You try to erase our history and our identity, and now learning it, and that's what's gonna reclaim. That's what reclamation is. Reclaiming your history, reclaiming your knowledge and culture. So learn that shit, y'all.
Yeah.
American history. Get into it.
Right. It has nothing to do with critical race theory. No, American history. That's all we're saying. Yeah.
Yeah. So, end rant. Sorry.
Yeah.
As you can see, I felt strongly about this book.
Well, like I said, this has been a passionate book. I mean, it brings up emotions. So
yeah. So.
All right. So next book I'm going to do is CYBORG #1. Like I said, you did Titans, but like I said, I have to do my due diligence.
And I read this too.
Yeah. So, like I said, if it's a black superhero with a black creative team, I have to do my due diligence. I have to read and stuff like that. But the funny thing about it, though, that I've damn near read every CYBORG solo comic ever made. I've actually enjoyed them. They've actually been pretty fun. It's not a whole lot of them.
I believe you have.
It's maybe like, 25.
That's what I read. I was like, I knew you were going to read this. So I was like, I'll check it out just to get a little.
Yeah. Because I'm saying I've been enjoying CYBORG comics, like in general. So I'm just saying, like, let's see if this keeps up the tradition of it. So let's see where we go. Like I said, new creative team. Let's go what it is. You let me know how close it is to the Titans book that's going on right now. So, booyah. There it is. We got Vic. And let's see where we go from there. So, All right. So, like I said, you got these two kids. We're in Detroit, Michigan. They're playing around. Oh, and these are two Teen Titans bad guys, like back from the Marv Wolfman, George Perez run. This is Gizmo, and this is Mammoth. I think they're part of the something Fatal Five, whatever. They're bad guys. They were Teen Titans villain. He ain't seen them in years of like that. Anyway, they want to attack Detroit for some reason. They show up. Cyborg shows up out of nowhere, and they're like, "I thought you left Detroit." He's like, "Well, I'm back just to fuck you guys up." So, beats these guys up. They're pretty much nothing. But how he beats them up is pretty fun because he was like, "How'd you get so fast?" Because I got a boom tube. Matter of fact, here's how it works. So he boom tubes Gizmo directly to Star Labs. Gone out of there. So that was easy. Meanwhile, Mammoth is about to come for him. But while he's fighting them, he keeps getting his phone. He gets his text from Sarah Charles. Sarah Charles is his ex that works with his dad. So while they're arguing, that can't be Victor Stone for won football championships and basketball championships. Like, yeah, that's him. So Vic punched the guy, punched him through a building, but he almost glassed the building. Also, he catches the building. And when he does something to seal the building up, he finally answers the text because she won't stop calling him. So it's like, Sarah, what? And they're like, oh. So what was the phone call about? His father died. So now here's the thing. Now his father has been alive. Silas Stone has been alive all in the other books that I read, like all the New 52 books like that. He's been in it. Silas and Vic, they hate each other. That's just what it's been. Funny thing, in the post-crisis era of Cyborg, when they first made him, his father was already dead. He hated him then too. But anyway, he's dead now. So Sarah's telling him, she's crying over him, and Vic's just like, he was like a father to you, wasn't he? He like, don't act like that, Vic. Don't act cold like that, like you don't care about him. Because I know you were already in Detroit and you didn't tell anybody. Like, how'd you know? Because we can trace a boom tube. We know if you were here. You're like, well, if you could trace a boom tube, my dad could have traced the boom tube. So he could have got in contact with me if he wanted to, but he never did. So that's on him. So, and he just leave. But she's like, well, at least promise me you'll come to the funeral. You're like, I'll be there, you know. Oh, and like I said, Sarah's his ex. So, and one of them other books that were like Sarah was his girlfriend before the accident, you know. So yeah. All right. So anyway, while that's going on, this is one of my favorite parts right here. I'm just gonna kind of like fast forward through this part right here. But basically, the Detroit local news is talking about Vic, and I kind of like it that the black people don't really fuck with Cyborg.
I thought this was like a YouTube channel, like a digital.
It could have been like a YouTube channel, but she's from Detroit, so
oh,
it could have
live
been
back in YouTube. Okay, yeah.
But it could have been like that YouTube channel live stream because she is getting like live stream comments right there also, so probably like a live stream or something like that. I was like, oh, so what the hell is he back in Detroit for? He probably just want to get a photo op before he runs back to the Teen Titans. You know, I almost wish they would have called him a token, but they didn't go there. And I'm pretty sure I read a book where they did do that, where like, yo, you just washes Batman's laundry or some shit like that. Or something. But yeah, and they do some other, you know, exposition. This guy shows up, Marcus Wilcox. We'll talk about him later on. Talk about Solus is the new big thing. It's basically gonna be the new Star Labs, where it's gonna be bigger. The best thing is like building robotics, and yeah, that's it. So, and we get Vic in therapy. So why is Vic in therapy? Because it's a week later and basically saying what happened at the funeral. So he basically presented the eulogy at his dad's funeral. And at least the Titans were there. You got Starfire and Nightwing in his suit and, you know, Donna Troy, you know, open casket, looked like it. And basically saying, yeah, my dad was a lot of things to a lot of people. To me, he was an asshole, you know, that didn't like me, didn't want me to do athletics because he wanted me to be a scientist like me, like him and mom. So when I got into my accident, then he turned me into this half robot. So now he can control me. And now he built a Teen Titan so he can lock us in and do surveillance on me. So he really talking shit about his dad at his own funeral. If I was there, I'd be uncomfortable. But they don't really like go there. They just like, you know what, we feel bad for you, Vic, but we're gonna boom to him out of here. And I guess they go back to Teen Titans 1, what Eli talked about, you know, earlier. Meanwhile, in the back, you got Marcus Wilcox, and it turns out not only is he like an important robotics guy, they went to school together. They're classmates, so they know each other. He's like, yeah, your dad helped me start my company, Solace. And he just like, matter of fact, you come by the office, he has some stuff I wanted to give you, my dad. He's like, nah, I don't want anything to do with my dad. Whatever you got, my dad, you deal with it. I'm out. So he's basically like, I'm done. I buried my father. I said my shit about my father. I'm done with my father. So, and the basic therapist asked him like, so how do you feel, Vic? Like, what you want me to say? I feel better that my dad is dead? Yeah, I feel better. And I'm like, okay, might go like too far. Like, I know the other books I read, they didn't hate they hate each other, but didn't hate each other. They love hating each other. You know,
Yeah,
it was weird. They had a weird relationship.
Yeah, they got a weird relationship now.
Yeah, but he didn't just straight up hate his father. He just like, I hate you, but I love you. You know. So anyway, so he's like, you need to let that anger go. So like, okay, I'm gonna let this anger go. So he goes back to his childhood home in Detroit. He goes there, but he hadn't been there in years. So he goes there and everything's there. Meanwhile, a robot is walking down the street, and people are like, what is that? They're like, oh yeah, Amazon built one of the robots. They probably deliver some shit. So they don't know what it is. They think it's a drone, you know. And the robot is those horrible yellow eyes. Like, why they gotta throw in Spider-Man, Green Goblin shit on them? But anyway. Anyway, so Vic is there. He just walked through the house. He sees some stuff. He walks to his room and he realized that nobody's been there. He sees dust all over his dad's room, stuff like that. And cars are piling up. And I like this. So this is Vic's room. So I like Vic's room right here because you see some stuff in here. You see a picture of Tupac in the back right there. It's blurred out. You can't really see it, but I know Tupac when I see it. You got Detroit Pistons right there.
I didn't see. I didn't know. I'm seeing De La Soul now.
De La Soul right there. So okay, so Vic knows some stuff over here. These I couldn't really pick out. I couldn't pick out over here, but I was like, okay, so Vic's old school. Okay. All right. So he decides to write in his journal because his therapist told him to write in his journal. And all he's writing is all the narration that we're seeing right now is what he's writing right now. So but he hears something in the house. He's like, oh, somebody's here. So he used like his heat sensors to see what's going on, and he sees somebody in his dad's room. So he goes in there and sees him, and before he even attacks, he blows the guy's robot's arm off, and that's when the robot goes, son, haven't seen you in a while. And he's like, son, and the robot is wearing his dad's name tag from Solace. He's like, oh shit, so his robot is a dad. Oh, his dad is a robot, I meant to say. So, to be continued. So, yeah, not the strongest intro I was expecting from a cyborg book, you know, but I guess.
Quite the twist at the end.
Yeah, I didn't expect his dad to be a robot, so we'll see where it go from that one. But I don't know. I feel like this didn't give me that same punch. Like I do recommend the other cyborg books. So though there's 2 other cyborg solo runs. Everybody want to read them, go out and read them. They're pretty good. They're pretty intro, you know, and they basically play into that whole thing because like Zack Snyder did in his movie. Zack Snyder, like they basically made Cyborg a digital god where he can pretty much do anything electronically just by thinking about it, just by blinking his eyes. So they probably like, you know, matter of fact, in some of the other books, he can turn back human. Like, yeah, like he just concentrate hard enough, he can just turn back human and that's it. So yeah. But they don't really do that in these 2 books. But yeah.
I think they were trying to go for the relationship between his dad and go tap into that whole thing. You know?
Yeah, that's what this book was about. Yeah. And I think they went a little bit too hard with that because the way they was writing Vic almost made him seem like an asshole. That's just me. I think he, you know, crossed the line a little bit. That's just me. But, you know. But like I said, there's always been a thing between him and his dad. They always win at each other, you know. But it is what it is. All right. So you got into the books or
no, I'm pretty booked out.
Booked out. Okay.
I mean, I read other shit, but nothing I feel like reviewing. You know.
Okay.
Avengers #1. I thought it was I read the Guardians. I think I'm done with that one.
Tapped out, huh?
Yeah. Well, I mean, like the Guardians, the first issue was all about the space western, and this issue wasn't. The space western's done, and it's referring to Cosmic Marvel that I don't know. That's what I always start the Guardian books, and then after a while they start referring to shit that I don't know. I don't know what.
Oh, like the Badoon and shit and all that.
I don't even remember I don't even remember. All I know is like the Kree and the Skrulls. That's all. And like the Brood and an Annihilation Wave. That's about it. I know who Galactus is. You know, it's like the Green Lantern. Like I kind of
now the
sort of
Green
know.
Lantern, when they go to space shit on that
Yeah, I kind of sort of know, but I know even less of like Guardian shit. So that's what this was. I was like, I don't really know any of these
and
people.
you think that the Green Lantern shit, them random ass aliens he fight, you're like, oh, they're just people that made up. Nah, they've been in the book since the fucking 50s, you know.
Yeah.
So are you gonna cover the one people get mad about the first one? Yes, but not today. We will.
Oh,
We're gonna review it. Yeah, here's the thing. We have a rule, Jay. Well, I don't know if we have a rule. I'm making the rule.
oh, is he talking about Ms. Marvel? Kamala
We're talking
Khan?
Ms. Marvel. Okay.
Oh.
We don't speculate on shit like that. What we'll do is that when the book comes out, we will review the book then.
You're the one reading that Spider-Man.
Oh,
shit.
yeah. It's like the next issue of Spider-Man. So yeah.
Yeah,
So I kind of already know. I think I have a feeling about what's going to happen. But like I said, I'm not going to get into it until that book. Now, when that book comes out, I'm going to go into it. We're going to talk about all the women in refrigerator tropes and all that shit. Everybody getting pissed off about it. We're going to go deep into it. But until then,
it was a shitstorm on Twitter. I know.
Oh yeah, they're going crazy over there. I kind of figured that. Yeah, I've already seen a panel. I should have got that panel. I get that panel next time of it. Where you know where Green Lantern found his girlfriend in the refrigerator. They've already done it where they repainted Spider-Man, and he finds Kamala Khan in the refrigerator. So, but yeah, I'll probably get that panel next time. So that being said, we're not done. We got some more stuff we got to go because for those who don't know, this is not episode 300.
This is where we introduce a new character. Now,
Shagging News. So here we go.
Who is that? Yeah. Do you remember that one girl who almost was on this? But she lives in Europe or whatever.
Yeah. She was gonna do it. She was gonna do it with us. We were like, yeah, let's do it, and she never hit us back.
Yeah, we almost had a woman co-host.
And she was like a cosplayer, shit like that.
Yeah, but she lived in Europe, and the time zones were so different that we could never find a time to record with her. So she didn't do it. She ended up doing it. So
I have heard nothing from her since. I don't even know if she still has internet or anything. I guess when Brexit happened, she was just like, "Fuck it, I'm just." So what do we got here?
Like, Spider-Man 300, where we get
getting to the show. Come on, Jake.
Yeah, good. Jump on.
Might as well. Shit. All right, so hold up. We got talk about our guy, my boss, big fan. He is actually wearing shirts, which I don't even have yet. So he's wearing a comic book shirt.
I got a comic book bully hoodie.
You have a comic book bully shirt. I don't have a comic book bully shirt. I need to get me a comic book bully shirt. I will get one eventually, wear it, model, or whatever I need to do from that one. But the thing was, Mob loves to send us on the cat. I'm too sexy for my comic book bully shirt. Yeah. But so my boss loves to send us care packages.
Yeah, my boss. Shout out to my boss. He listens every week. He messages every week.
He comments every week, lets us know, hey, you did this. And we fuck up. You're like, hey, you fucked up. You know,
like Leroy, get your internet fixed.
Right. He will let us know, good or bad. Yeah. We take it. So
give us feedback. But yeah, he sent us both goodies, man. Package. Now I apologize. I already opened mine. I should have waited for the show, but I had to because my daughter, who is differently abled, and you're supposed to open. She's really into routines, and you can't have an unopened mailbox, an unopened package. So she insisted that I open it. So right. Yeah, I already opened mine. But
I know mine. Yeah. Yes, let me see what we got here.
Oh,
Pac-Man Arcade.
I got that too.
Hell out of this. You got this. I'm gonna play the hell out of this.
I play.
Eli, you gotta post your high score. You gotta post. Okay, we're not gonna do it today, but next week.
Fuck Street Fighter.
Fuck Street Fighter. Next week we're gonna
2 hours of head-to-head Pac-Man.
Tutorial and everything.
Oh shit! This thing is.
What if we got
batteries? You hear that?
Oh, you hear batteries? Okay, who we got? Okay, we got. Oh, we got comics. Hold on. Oh, right.
Batteries.
Okay. Hold on. Let me see this. He got us the. Check this out. The Miles Morales one where he became Thor, the one that I shitted on, that he knows I did. Let's see what he said.
Oh, I didn't get that. I got a
Eli. I know you hated this comic, but keep this show what bad reputation look like. You are on it, Mob. You are on it, baby. Okay. According to Mob and me also, he gave me this book because he wanted to remind me what shitty comics look like. So this is Miles Morales if he was Thor.
Oh, that's the one where he rapped?
Yes, that's the one where he raps. Just because of Mob, I might do a comic. I might do a review on them, like a comic excerpt, like a quick one. I'm gonna do that one.
Record an
Because
album,
that book
dude.
fucking sucked. That's why.
I try. No, I didn't get that. I got G.I. Joe 300.
Okay, so he got us based on what we like. He got it milestone history. I didn't review this, but I did read this. I'm glad I got this. Yes, this book is awesome. So if people want to read milestone in history, get this book. It's awesome. Recommend it.
And he got me
G.I. Joe. I got that too. I got G.I. Joe too.
And then he got me the Spawn Batman.
Spawn and Batman?
With the Fabot, Jason Fabot cover.
You reviewed that one. You reviewed that one.
Yeah.
I got also. Hey. Oh,
look at that.
I have a figure.
I got a
Captain
figure.
America.
I got a Star Wars figure. I got Grief from Mando.
You know what? Mob knows us. Mob knows us.
And check
he
this
tailored
out.
this dude.
Check this out. I got a fucking Echo Funko Pop. Maya
Nice.
Lopez. That's cool, man.
Oh shit. Oh, guess what? I'm not even gonna open this up. Look what he got us.
I know. I laughed my ass off when I saw this.
Dr.
Yeah.
Pepper. This episode is not sponsored by this nasty ass Dr. Pepper. Sorry. It's an inside joke. He knows. That's why he got it for us. And what do we got here? I got a
And then I got this Star Wars book.
Smile poster. Okay.
Shadows of the Smile.
Yep, got Smile.
Oh, I got a joke. He gave me a Joker poster. I hope
Oh, this is Joker poster. Oh, okay, it is Joker. I thought he was giving me something from the Smile movie. Okay, this is Joker poster. Okay, cool.
Oh wait, did I get that? No, I got that too.
Yeah. Okay. So.
Oh, is this the Smile movie? Oh, it is a Smile.
It's a Smile. Okay.
Oh,
so not Joker.
I saw it. I glanced at it. I thought it was the Joker, but I guess.
It's so it is Smile. Okay.
Yeah, I have not seen this yet.
Real American hero.
But then he got me this Star Wars novel, Shadow of the Sith. It looks like it takes place between Return of the Jedi and the. Or no, is that?
Is
Lando?
it a new one or is one of the EU?
I think it's the new canon. The Empire is dead nearly two decades after the Battle of Endor. Okay, so between Return of the Jedi and the new sequels, because it looks like Lando. Okay, cool. Well, thanks a lot, Mob. That's fucking dope.
Nice.
I do read
he tailored the care packages.
I do read Star Wars novels. Yes, that's how deep I am in the Star Wars.
And he got me milestone in history. So yeah, even though I read it, I'm gonna reread it. Now I got my own copy, so I'm gonna just read that from there. So yeah. And the only reason I didn't review it on here because it's like 90 pages. So I like that'd be a whole show to itself just review that book. But yeah.
And then he wrote a letter. I got a letter or whatever. You get one? He got us again a little Star Wars graphic.
Oh yeah. Leroy, congratulations. Comic Book Bullies 300th episode. What a milestone. I am so proud. Producing quality content every week that keeps me educated, informed, enlightened, and entertained. Appreciate you keeping it real. Looking forward to issue 400. Yeah.
Cool. I got
stay
similar.
red, stay black.
Yeah, I got to stay red. Yeah, he's similar. Thank you for always bringing your perspective, especially with comic books from other cultures and lacing us with that native knowledge. Mm-hmm. Every week you keep me educated, informed, enlightened, and entertained. Looking forward to issue 400.
Hold up. Okay. So I got a Superman emblem on mine. What's yours?
I got a Star Wars.
I knew it. He tailored just.
Yeah, respectfully yours. May your arrow always point north. Hell yeah. Stay red. Yeah. It's like
okay, so you got stay red and I got stay black.
Yeah. So sweet. That's dope, man. Yeah. Especially this Echo figure. I don't buy a lot. I got like two Funko figures. I got a Daredevil and like a Conan. So now I got Echo,
Yeah, well, I have no figures, but I'm putting this somewhere. I gotta make room for this. Make room for this. Yeah.
And this Grief Karga figure, cool. Like the old school retro packaging and shit. That's dope.
Is so
retro collection.
Shout out to Mob. I think I got my internet fixed this time, so we should be good. All right.
Man.
So
mad props to Mob.
Yeah. So anything else we got? We're good or?
Yeah, we're good, man.
Like I said, happy 300. We gonna keep it going. If you listen long, if you like, share, subscribe. We got another podcast. Well, we don't have another podcast, but definitely check out This Geeks and Comics. Gomer and them.
Gomer and the crew.
If you want to hear about comics, that's it. Maybe some Dungeons and Dragons and Star Trek and what else we talk about? Food, yeah. That nobody eats. There you go. Talk to them. They would do it. They go balls deep in that shit. So yeah.
Check out Outright Geekery. Yeah.
Yeah. So baby Yoda.
There you go. I got a baby Yoda back there. He's a plush.
Okay, I thought you were gonna like force kick that shit out the window.
No, I welcome it. That's what if you don't know what to get me for Christmas or my birthday, I'm always a sucker for Star Wars shit, no matter what. I'm critical of certain things, but I love Star Wars. Everyone, oh, you're a hater because you don't like the Mando. No, I love Star Wars more than most. So, so yeah, I will take anything Star Wars.
Cool. All right, so yeah, next week, I don't know. You know what? Next week, okay, we got two things we're gonna do. First off, we're gonna post our Pac-Man high score challenge, see who wins. We would do a poll to see who you think won. Because the old school games, Eli kind of kicks my ass on them. So yeah.
Well, remember he sent us the electronic football?
Yeah.
I played that for like a month. I just I took the Vikings to like the Super Bowl 10 times. I had a blast with that little handheld football game.
Because Pac-Man, my shit. I grew up playing Pac-Man, so I know that shit. So
yeah, me too, man. I got the fever.
Oh, Pac-Man fever. All right. So yeah, like I said, I don't know if any big movies coming out next week like that. I'm pretty sure a TV show will come out, so we'll talk about something. There will be something we will talk about. Something will happen. Cool. So yeah. Oh, the Sony press conference. I'll talk about that.
All right.
PlayStation press conference. I meant to say, let's go from there. All right. So until then, this is Leroy.
This is Eli.
We'll talk to you guys next week. Same bullet time, same bullet channel.
Look, I be riding through my old hood, but I'm in my new whip. Same old attitude, but I'm on that new shit. They say they gon' ride me, see me never do shit, cause they know that's the reason they gon' end up on the news clip. Audemars on my wrist, bust down. We popping bottles like I scored a winning touchdown. Remember me dead broke, look at me up now. I run my city from South Philly back to Uptown. Thank God, all these bottles I pop, all this paper I've been getting, all these models I pop. I done sold 100,000 for my album got dropped, and I'm only 23. I'm the shit now. Look at me. I'm a boss like my nigga Rose. Shorty asked me for a check, I told that bitch like no way, cause I made it from the bottom, it was never no way. And I never had a job, you know I had to sell, yeah. Bitch, I'm a boss. I call a shot. I'm with the murder team. Call a cop. We in the building. Y'all are not. You showing the paper, you gon' ball or not. Bitch, I'm a boss. Bitch, I'm a boss. I play the shots. I call the calls. We in this bitch. It's going down. Yeah, and the king that with my motherfucking crowd. Bitch, I'm a boss. 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 I play the shots. I call the call. Yeah. Hey.
Got so many shades, they thought I had a lazy eye. Shorty roll me smooth as my Mercedes ride. No love, cry when only babies die. And when I go, that casket better cost 100,000. I pray to God I look my killer in his eyes. Snatch his soul out his shirt, just take him for that ride. OG is one who's standing on his own feet. A boss is one who guarantee we gon' meet. Fuck a blog dog, cause one day we gon' meet. I'ma spaz on your ass like I'm on knee. Or a double stack, better nigga, double that. Jerry Jones money, nigga, you a running back. Herschel Walker, Bo Jack, Ricky Waters better run that dope back. Boss, and I put that on my Maybach. 400 down, bitch, you wish you saved
Bitch,
that.
I'm a boss. Bitch, I'm a boss. I play the shots. I call the calls. We in this bitch. It's going down. Yeah, and the king that with my motherfucking crowd. Bitch, I'm a boss.
I'm a boss.
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 Bitch, I'm a boss.
I'm a
I
boss.
play the shots. I call the calls.
Yeah, couple cars I don't never drive, bikes I don't never ride, crib I ain't never been, pool I don't never swim. Fool, you ain't better than I move like the president. Everything black on black, you know I be strapping that. Ratting ass niggas walking around wearing wire, fucking up the game, got the hood on fire. Bitch, I'm a king. Call me sire. You say I don't run my city, you a motherfucking liar. I'm a boss, you a fraud. You cross the line, I get you murdered for a call. Murder, out in Vegas. I took the loss. At the fight, we watching floor, we on the floor. Yeah, scared money don't make no money. If I ever go broke, I'ma take your money. I ain't never drop a dime, you ain't take nothing from me in the hood every day. Bitch, I'm good, what I say? Bitch, I'm a boss.
I'm a boss.
Bitch, I'm a boss.
I'm a boss.
I play the shots, I call the calls. We in this bitch, it's going down. Yeah, I'm the king that with my motherfucking crowd. Bitch, I'm a boss.
I'm a boss.
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 Bitch, I'm a boss.
I'm a
I
boss.
play the shots. I call the calls.
Yeah.
Hey.
Maybach music.